Hi, I'm Daniel O'Connor from Kickstart Plus. We run the Inventors Academy worldwide. Now, I've spent over the last 40 years with inventors, founders, and organizations helping them to identify real commercial value for their intellectual property and how that value generates revenue or leverages or strategic advantages for their current operations. Now, these opportunities can deliver a new revenue stream or even a trade sale payday if you decide to get rid of it, if it doesn't fit your portfolio. In the next few minutes, I want to briefly explain the IP Opportunity Audit and include what you can expect from it and why organisations should consider this as a practical first step for managing their IP assets. Now, this audit can be used in two different ways. Firstly, you can look broadly across the organisation and pick and start to align all the opportunities and catalogue them and then sequence them if you wanted to. Or you could go to one particular opportunity and we can drill down into that to give you a clear path to market and what your next steps would be. So that's micro or macro, you make your choice on that. The goal is not to create a large commitment for you, it's to give you a commercially grounded decision based on which opportunity should be prioritised or parked or sold off. So let me share my screen to show you just how that works. Now, your organisation might be sitting on some underutilised intellectual property or internal know-how, a shelved innovation, or a commercial opportunity that's never really properly been assessed. And this may be the most practical first step you can take to make this happen. Let's look at it. Firstly, the total cost is $995. Very affordable. We've made it deliberately made it affordable. It takes 2 hours of interviews, which we do as a workshop. I start with a few hundred questions and then we build out your commercial model from there. It takes me 3 hours of research and reporting afterwards to get that done. And then we can do that in person or we can do it by Zoom, and it can include yourself or just all your team, depending on who you want. We can look at across the micro or the macro, as I mentioned. We can scan the opportunities or we can drill down to one. It's whatever you want to do. Now, most companies don't lose value because the idea is weak. They lose value because nothing commercial happens while the markets keep moving. If your idle IP is going to fill your production capacity, there's a perfect opportunity for you to, if you're running at, let's say, 50 to 70%, and this can bring you to 95%, that's going to cost you no more in fixed costs. Sometimes the investment you do with intellectual property opportunities is misdirected. We start doing patents well before we have valuation, and that can kill off the profitability. The market rarely rewards delays, and if you sit on this for 12 months or 5 years, you'll get overtaken. A market path will bring dead assets to life. If you've got a good commercial path to market and you can identify that and you can implement it, you're going to get some value out of this. A commercial strategy is always needed as early as you can get. I mean, you need to know whether or not it has a commercial strategy or whether it's just a nice looking idea. And you need to also work with funding that or distributing it, licensing it, or trade selling it. And that means you're getting with commercial partners or collaborators, and they expand your network to make you far more efficient in what you do. And also, if the project or the opportunity is not a good fit for your organization for whatever reason, why shouldn't you sell it? Make some money as a trade sale. So the timing matters because IP is not competing only with identical inventions. It's competing with every other way the same business problem might be solved. So if you're looking at alternative solutions for what's out there at the moment, that could be of value. And certainly if you're solving a problem that nobody else is solving, that's even better. Patenting starts the clock. So when you issue a commercial patent or provisional patent or a full patent, you've got 12 months to do something about it before you have to start selecting countries, and that can be very expensive. The buyers will always look for any solution that will fix their problem, and if your solution is not the first one, you might not be able to sell it because they've picked somebody else's. So launching before your competitors can be a very essential component of intellectual property. And the IP value is always in the need. It's not in how good the product looks or what it does. It's what the need is and how that solves the problem for the right price. So we also need you to protect your opportunities, and commercializing is the best way to protect it. Now, the way we normally do this, typically people start with an idea and then they want to go to build a prototype out of it. And when they've got the prototype, they rush off and get a patent. And that patent then gives you ownership of a concept. And what do? You'll hope someone will buy it. So unfortunately, IP without market definition really is just a passive object. It doesn't do anything for you. But if you start the commercial modeling pathway, you start with the business problem. Who has that problem? How do they solve it right now? How much do they spend to solve it? Where do they go to solve the problem? That tells you your distribution network, etc. And all these other issues that come into it. So once you've got the business problem sorted out, then we look at the commercial model. How is this going to make money for you? How is it going to make money for the people who have the problem that they're solving? Whether it makes money, saves money, or it saves time for them. And also the commercial model looks at how you can get this to the market and how you can reward the people in between. So once you've done that, then we look for a best fit partner. They're the people with the sales channel, people who are going to distribute it, license it, trade sale it, or even fund it and collaborate with you. Once we've got that, we then have a pathway from where you are right now to your first significant cash generating transaction. So that's a sequence. It's far more logical. It looks backwards, but it actually, because it's market driven. But if you go the typical way, you can have 2 to 5 years to get to cash flow. With our way is normally about 3 to 6 months. Okay, so what the opportunity audit gives you it takes about 5 hours of work. It gives you a clearer command decision-making process. It's a fast commercial review. It's clear options to move forward. It gives you ownership and protection, a strategy for that. It gives you strategies for licensing, partnering, or collaboration. It'll help you spin out or trade sale the potential if it doesn't fit your current portfolio. It gives you a practical pathway to action with an optional support beyond the audit, so you can actually pick what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. Now, I want to give you a case study. Last year, I worked with a global engineering firm working across major energy and infrastructure projects. They were designing turnkey plants for major oil and gas clients and monetizing that work mainly through engineering hours. So we identified 6 commercial opportunities, and when we drilled down to them, we realized they were being they're embedded in work because they were already doing, and we shifted the value from a once-off fee to a reusable commercial asset. So what we've done is say, if you've spent the money to design a plant, a turnkey plant, why shouldn't you retain the intellectual property opportunity, give a license, unfettered license to the buyer, but then reuse that for others? And we were able to do that quite effectively. Future clients could save thousands of engineering hours, and the plants that we had were good working models, repeatable, and it meant that we could cut down thousands of hours every time we did this, so the client could make a lot more money. Now, this offer that we're offering today in terms of the IP Opportunity Audit is deliberately structured to keep the risk low for you. It's a low cost commitment, it's a low time commitment, very low risk, and it gives you that protection, protects all your leverage that you have within your organization. It gives you a qualified path to market for the opportunity you want to drill down on. It will give you that reduced risk going forward. The whole thing, total cost is $995. It's really easy to get started. It gives you a small decision now can give you a large value leverage. It's also a practical first step to decide what you want to prioritize and what you want to put on the shelf and own at the same time in the future. So as you can understand now, delays do destroy your value, because something, even if it's inferior, that comes along it will serve as a substitute. And when someone makes a commitment to buy an inferior product before yours, they're not likely to throw what you've got out or throw what they've got out to buy yours. They'll just stay with what they've got. So that clarity that we give you creates the options you have. Do we keep it? Do we put it on a shelf? Do we sell it? Do we commercialize it? And this gives you the first practical steps going forward. So you have that all in a framework, and it's very quick. It's done in 5 hours over a week, and then you can start to make your decisions. So if you're ready for this and you want to take the next step, book your audit now, click the link below, and we'll be able to get you started as quickly as we can. Okay, thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you on the call.